Good morning to all of you guys. Guys, we are going to start installment part. Basically, the last type of SI, installment of SI. So there are four parts in installment. We will discuss one by one. So let's take first part. In first part, monthly rate is asked. You would have given all the rest of things, but monthly rate of interest will be asked. So first question, take a look over here and invest your time. Exactly. Guys, how we will take the approach? Question says a mobile is sold for rupees 4400 cash. Means if you have 4400, just give me 4400 and take the cell phone. But if you don't have the 4400, then we have the option. The option is instant you need to pay only 2000. Rest of the payment, cash down payment together with rupees for 2440 to be after 1 month. So first you need to pay only 2000, then you need to pay 2440. Find the rate of interest. So basically 44 and 24, 40 and 2000 would be 4440. But the real cost was 4400. So what is 20? This 20. This 40 is what? Interest. Interest on 4400. Interest on rest 4400. So basically the real cost of the cell phone was 4400, but at the time of buying I gave only 2000. So rest 2400, on that rest 2400 for the first year I will charge the rate of the interest is rupees 40. So what would be the rate of interest? So SI, we know SI, and principal is 2400. Rate we need to find, but time is 1 month. We need to convert into years. So 1 month divided by 12 and the value which is written in denominator, obviously 24. The real cost of the cell phone is 4400. 2000 I have already paid cash down payment. So on 2400 the SI is 40. So basically SI is 40 and that would be 2. So 2 into R. So that would be 20%. So rate of interest was 20%. Got it? Clear? Let's move on the next one. A little bit variation. Take your time. 26. Very nice. Amazing. Let's have a look. Fantastic question, guys. A cycle can be purchased on the payment of rupees 1500. Means the real cost of cycle is 1500. If you have 1500, just pay the 1500 immediately and take the cycle. If you don't have the 1500, then we have the option. The option is installment. What is the option? What the same cycle can be purchased on the cash down payment of rupees 350. At the time of buying, you have to pay only 350. So cash down means what? The minimal amount that we need to pay at the time of buying something, and rest of the amount would be converted into installment. So that is called cash down payment, the minimal amount that you have to pay. And rest can be paid in 3 equal installment of rupees 400 for next 3 years. Find the rate of interest. So guys, total cost is 1500 and cash down payment of rupees 350. So the rest payment would be 1150. I had to pay 1150. What? How much I am paying? 12,444. 1200. So basically I am paying 1200, but I had to pay 1150. I had to pay. But in 4 equal installment, I am paying 3 equal installment. I am paying 1200, but I had to pay. So 50 is what? Interest. 50 is what? Interest. And payment is monthly or yearly? 3 year. Basically that would be, I think, month. Okay. So that is wrong here. You need to make it next 3 months. You need to change only here only. That's it. So now I have to pay that amount in 3 equal installment, EMIs basically. So on first month basically, the interest would be calculated on 1150. Yes, you need to pay that. So basically the real cost of the cycle was 1500. Immediately I pay 350 and 1150 goes for the installment. On the very first month, I have to pay the loan or interest on what? On 1150. Are you getting or not? So first rate of interest would be calculated on 1150. Which rate? We don't know about the rate. That is for first month. So that would be the SI for first month. Now what happens? I go and I pay 400. So 400 directly will deduct from 1150. Now I have to pay the interest on rest amount. Rest amount would be 750. So now on 750 with rate of interest R, for 1 month interest would be this one. Again I go and pay 400. Now on the rest value 350. The rate of interest with R% for 1 month. So on this rate of interest, on this amount SI, on this amount SI, on this amount SI, the total SI is total SI 50. So total SI would be equal to 50. At least take 15 seconds to understand this equation. Now we will get the answer after solving the equation. So main part is to make the equation. So are you able to understand how we are making this proper equation? A very simple thing. Again, you need to understand the real cost of cycle is 1500. If you have guys 1500, just pay immediately and take the cycle. If you don't have the 1500, we have the option. That means EMI options. On EMI options, the minimal amount that you need to pay is 350. So when I pay 350, so that means 1150 will go for the EMI. So on 1150, they make the EMI. EMI is 400, 400 and 400 for 3 months. This is that give 400, 400, 400 for 3 months and cycle will be yours. Got? But 400, 400 and 400, I'll pay 1200, but I had to pay 1150. So 50 is what? SI on total amount. So on the very first month, the interest will be calculated on 1150. So 1100 on 50 with the R rate percent of R for 1 month. So month will be divided into years. This is the interest for 1 month. But at the end of the first month, I go and pay 400. So now the interest would be calculated on 750. I have already paid how much? 400 I have already paid in the form installment. So now I need to pay on 750. On this 750 with the rate of R per interest for the 1 month, that would be the simple interest. Again I go at the end of the second month and I pay 400 more. So that 400 would be directly deducted. So now I pay the interest on 350 with the rate of interest R% and total interest I have to pay 50. So that interest and that would be equal to 50. Now just you need to simplify. R upon 1200 would be common 1150, 750, 350 and total would be 50. So from here you will get R upon 1200, 0, 0 and 0, 5, 5, 15, carry 1, 10, 11, 12 or 2. That would be 50. If you will solve guys, you will get 0 will cancel out 0, 2, 5 2s are 10, 4, 5 4s are 5, are 20 and 2, 5, 9, 10, 3, 8, 3. So from here you will get R equal to 80 upon 3%, and if you will solve, you will get 26 2 by 3. That would be the answer. Basically installment is a little bit tough. The third question is same on the same theme. If you are able to understand the second question, you must can you would be able to do question number 3. Exact question, just for your practice. Any doubt you want to ask, you can immediately ask. Clear, guys? Now go on the third question. You have already PPTs. So let's move on the question number third. Take your time. Good question. Take your time. Guys, got the answer or not? Want any help? Hello, guys. Let's take a look what the question says. The cash price of pencil is rupees 60. If you have 60 rupees, give me the 60 rupees and take the pencil. If you don't have 60 rupees, we have the option. What we have option? Installment, EMI. But it also can be purchased on a cash down payment of rupees 20. So just you need to pay 20 rupees and take it. Rest of the part 40 rupees you need to pay in the form of EMIs or installments. So basically now the real cost is 20, 60, cash down payment is 20, rupees 40 would be installment. In how many installments you need to pay that 40 rupees? So installments are 6 and 6 monthly equal installment at the rate of rupees 8 per month. If I pay 6 equal installment for rupees 8 per installment, each installment cost is rupees 8. So how much amount I would be pay? 48. 8 rupees for 6 months. 8 rupees for 6 months. How much I will pay? 48. But I had to pay only 40. So 8 is what? 8 is interest. So total interest is 8. Total interest is 8. What on the very first year, the interest would be calculated on 40, then on 32, then on basically. So concepts or theme is same. So on very first month, I had to pay on 40 rate of interest we don't know for 1 month. That would be first month interest, and second month interest would be on 32 with the rate of interest R for 1 month. What it on then 24 with the same rate of interest for 1 month, then for 16 with the same rate of interest 1 upon 100, then 8, and total interest would be 8. Maybe the answer. So from here you will get the common value is R upon 1200. The value would be 40, 32, 24. You will add, you will get 120. And that would be your 8. So from here you will get R is equal to 80%. So basically rate of interest that have been imposed on us was 8%. I think now rest of the question you yourself can do. So let's move on type 2. So basically that was type, hey you girls, pay the attention. So basically that was type 1 of installment. Let's move on type 2 of installment. So in type 2, what's going to happen? What the rate of interest now will be calculated yearly instead of monthly. This is the difference between type 1 and type 2. So basically in type 1, we are putting 12, 1 upon 12, 1 upon 12, 1 upon 12. Now if the rate of interest or basically EMI, if we need to pay EMI on a regular monthly basis or yearly basis, yearly basis, then we need not to put 12. So in type 2, the EMI would be on yearly basis, not monthly basis. This is the difference. Guys, take the 4 question. Take a look on question number 4. Cash price of pencil is rupees 10, but it can also be purchased on 11 months equal installment. If there is no cash payment, you need not to consider cash payment. The cash price of a pencil is rupees 10, but it can also be purchased on 11 monthly equal installment of rupees 1 cash each. Find the rate of interest. So basically the real cost of pencil is rupees 10. For 11 months, if I pay rupees 1, so I'll pay 11. So 1 what would be 1? SI. So first SI would be calculated on 11, then on in the same manner. If cash down payment is not given, directly the whole value you can convert into EMIs. So that is your type 2 of installment. In this type, we have been asked yearly rate is. Yearly rate is asked, not monthly. Take your time. No, 7 is not the answer. Take a look, guys. Guys, question says a man borrowed a sum of rupees 7,000 from bank at SI after 3 years. After 3 years, he paid rupees 3,000 to the bank. So basically, if I have taken 7,000 and if I don't pay any money for 3 years, so definitely bank will charge a simple interest. Got it? So on that 7,000, the simple interest would be for 3 years with the rate of interest R exactly. But now this time yearly, not monthly. So we need not to divide 1 by 12. So that would be, we need to divide by 100. So this is the simple interest on rupees 7,000 for 3 years. I have taken 7,000. I didn't pay even a single penny to the bank. So bank will charge or impose interest on that 7,000. So this is the interest for 3 years. For 3 years. Now I go to the bank and pay rupees 3,000. So rest is 4,000. Very simple. Now bank will impose the interest on that 4,000 and that 4,000 with the rate of R% for how many years? And at the end of 5 years to the bank, and at the end of 5 years he paid 5,410 50. So basically first he paid 3,000, second he paid 5,450. So total he paid to the bank 8,450. But he had taken, so 1,450 is what? SI. But SI will be calculated in two parts. First on 7,000, then on 4,000. So on 4,000 for how many years? For 2 years. And that value would be equal to 1,450. Now, solve and get the answer. You will get 210 R plus 80 R. That would be 14 and 50. 0, 9, 2. If you will solve, guys, 0 will cancel out 0. That is 5 times of this. So rate of interest that have been imposed is 5%. So the difference between type 1 and type 2 is, in type 1 the interest or the installment was given on a regular monthly basis, but over here the interest is being given on yearly basis. Got it or no? Let's move on the next one. One more question with the same type. Take your time. Just copy question just for your practice. The same question, guys, a immediate exactly copy paste question. Take a look. A man borrowed a sum of rupees 6,000 from bank at SI. After 4 years, he paid 2,500. So basically, after 2 years, he paid 2,500. After 4 years, that means on 6,000, bank will calculate the simple interest for 4 years. So on this 6,000, bank will charge or take the rate interest with the rate of interest for 4 years. For 4 years. Then he go to the bank and deposit 2,500. So rest value would be 3,500. On this 3,500, again bank will charge with the rate of interest R for, and at the end of 5th year. So that is for 1 more year he will charge. So for 1 more year. Now he had taken only 6,000 from the bank, but he is returning 7,050. 7,050. So 1,050 would be simple interest. Solve it, you will get the answer. 240 R plus 35 R, 1,050. From here you will get 5, 7, 2 R, 150. You will solve, you will get the answer. 3 whole 9/11%. That was the rate of interest. Take your time. If you have any doubt, you can ask immediately. Got it? Clear? So that was your second type. So I think there is no difference between first and second type. The difference is in first type, the EMIs are on monthly basis, and in second type, the EMIs are yearly basis. Now type 3, completely changed type. Installment will ask. In type 1, we have been asked. In type 1, we had been asked rate monthly basis. In type 2, rate yearly basis. But in type 3, we are being asked installment. What would be the installment that we are paying? Take your time. Question number first on your screen. At least 1 minute you need to take. Try to hit by yourself. Guys, let's do. First, you need to understand the concept. First, we will discuss this question in detail. Then I'll provide you a formula. Directly, we can put the value and get the answer. What is the real concept? You need to pay the attention. A man deposit a certain amount. Basically, over here in this type, we have been asked what? Installment. So, installment would be a fixed amount. A man deposit a certain amount in a bank at the end of each year at the rate of 10% per annum on SI for 5 years, so that he received 4200 at the end of fifth year, and he deposited the amount at the end of each year. Find how much amount does he deposit at the end of each year. A man deposit a certain amount in a bank in such a way that at the end of the fifth year he received 4200. His target is to receive 4200 at the end of fifth year, and bank provides a simple interest, and the rate of simple interest is 10% on a regular yearly basis. So suppose in detail, if we solve it, a man deposit 100 unit on 2019 last date of 2019, means on 21st of December of 2019, because amount is deposit in the bank at the end of each year. So suppose a man deposit 100 unit in the bank on 21st of December of 2019. In the same manner, he deposit 10 unit more on 21st of December of 2020. Same way, 21st of December of 2021. Same way, 2022. In the same manner, 2023. And he receive all the amount from the bank at the end of 5 years. And the amount that he has received from the bank is 4200. Got it? So now guys, you need to tell me one thing. On this 100 unit, for how many years the bank will provide the loan? For 5 years or for 4 years? On this, basically he has deposited 500 unit in the bank, but bank will provide some interest, and that interest plus principal is just equal to 4200. Clear. But now my question is, on that 100 unit, for how many years bank will provide the loan? 4 years. The reason behind it, that 100 unit have been deposited in the bank at the end of 2019. So just after 1 day 19 is finished. So he will get the interest for 2020, 21, 22 and 23 because the amount have been taken at the last of 23. So he will get the loan, he will get the simple interest on that 100 unit for 4 years. So for 4 years, the simple interest would be 40 unit. The reason behind it, rate of interest is 10%. In your question, rate of interest B have been given that bank provide the simple interest. Bank provide a simple interest at the rate of 10%. Basically, he is depositing the fixed amount in the bank on the simple interest. The rate of simple interest is 10. Clear? On this 100 unit, he will get the interest for how many years? For 3 years. This complete. The reason behind it, this is end of the 20th. So on this 100, he will get 3 years means 30. Arre, 1 year simple interest is 10. So 3 year would be 30. Again on that value 20. On that value, now on that value 0. Because at the end of the month he deposit 100 unit, and at the end of the fifth year he get all the payment. So that means सुबह जमा करा शाम को निकाल लिया. There is no simple interest would be provided. So the principal is 500 unit and the simple interest is 100 unit. So total he will get 600 unit, and this 600 unit will represent to this 600 unit represents to 4200. That means 1 unit cost would be 7 rupees. So each installment would be 700 because each installment was 100 units. So we have been asked what? Installment. Each installment of month. That would be 700. So your answer would be 700. So that was the complete detailed method to solve this question, but we will get the short method as well. In this detailed method, if you have any problem, any doubt, you can ask immediately. Clear? You want to ask anything? Quite clear? So basically he will deposit only 777 means 3500, and he will get 4200. The reason behind it, 700 he will get as the form of simple interest. Now The second question you need to hit by yourself in the same detail method. Then we will see the formula. Guys, do by yourself. The first type of SI basically. Got the answer or not? Let's do. Rupees 12,800 is payable after 3 years. If it is to be paid in 3 installment each year, first installment is half of the second and 1/3 of the third. So if third installment is 300 unit, second installment is 200, so first would be, got it? Okay. First I pay 100 unit, 200 unit and 600 unit. In these 600 units, when I pay just 12,800. Got it? But in this, on this first installment, he will get the rate of interest You can understand this question in a scenario. Suppose I have to pay 12,800 to someone in an installment. First installment I pay 100, second installment I pay 200, third installment I pay 300 according to the question's condition. Question says second is half of first. The first installment is half of second and first is 1/3 of third. We can consider any value. Suppose I have to pay 12,800 at the end of these three installment to someone. What I do? I deposit 100 unit in the bank, again 200 unit in the bank, 300 in the bank. Bank will provide a loan. So that loan and these installment, the total value. So bank provide the loan to me at 10% per year. So for that 10 rupees, 10 unit for that, 20 for that. So what would be my total amount that I'll get from the bank? 600 plus 60, 660. And 660 is equal to 1280. So what 1 unit value you will get? 19.39. So 1 unit is 19.39. Are you sure? So we have been asked what? Installment. Third year installment. So that would be 139 into 3. When you will multiply by 300 to decimal, will cancel out. Directly need to multiply 3. 2, 11, carry 1, 8, 2, 5, 8, 1. Is that answer or not? Answer 6,000. Answer. Let me check. I think first you need to check this calculation is good or not. Clear? Guys, need to understand the language of the question says again. First installment, from here you need to check. This amount is been given in 3 years. If it is to be paid in 3 installment, so basically when he deposit this first 100 unit, he will get the interest on that 100 unit for 2 years only. This and this. So 2 years interest on that 100 would be on that he will get interest only for 1 year. That would be 20. On that value interest would be 0 because this is the end of the year. So interest would be 40. So your value would be 640, and 640 will represent that value. So from here you will get 20. 1 unit cost 20. So B have been asked this. That would be 6,000. Installment is important type. Now let's move on the third question. Basically question 4 you need to hit. Dues debt. The last step that I need to explain. Due debt. DEBT. Not SI. What is this due debt? Take your time. The third question, guys, you need to hit by yourself. The same question you can do. Basically, one installment, third installment, 1/4, 1/3. The fourth, from fourth, there is a variation. This is the last variation. And after that, there is no variation in installment. Take your time. Take your time, guys. Guys, let's take a look. So, a new term, due date. We haven't seen due date in the entire SI chapter till now, but the new term have been introduced, due date. So what is due date? We need to understand important concept, the last concept of SI. Most of the question asked from here. Due debt is what? So we have two persons. I'm a lender and you are a borrower. I give rupees 5,000 to you at the rate of interest 10%, 10% for 5 years. 10% for 5 years. So after 10 years, the principal, the interest of 5 years would be 2,500. On the behalf of 10% rate, the 10% of 5,000 would be 500. If I take this value just after 5 years, because this is simple interest, so simple interest is not count on interest. So the simple interest of 5 years would be 2500. So that man will give to me 7500. 5000 my principal and 2500 is my interest. So basically, I need to put that value there. Now, for me, as I am a lender, for me that value would be principal for me. That value would be principal. Principal. Or for me, that value would be amount. Amount. Quite clear? But for the borrower, that value would be loan. And for the borrower, that value would be due debt. So due debt is nothing but amount to borrower. A completely new term, but on the behalf of borrower. We already know about that term very well, but on the behalf of lender, we know that term. But if we see on the side of the, from the side of the borrower, the same amount is called due debt. So due debt is what? Amount for lender, and due debt means the amount, same amount for lender and due debt for the borrower. Term is same, value is same. So value is same, 7500 is same term. But for lender, the meaning of that 7500 is completely different. For the borrower, obviously dues means what? Guys, dues means what? ड्यूज मीन वॉट? उधारी. उधारी को ड्यूज कहते हैं. सो ऑब्वियसली व्हाट? फॉर द बोरोवर दैट वुड बी व्हाट? ड्यूज. सो ड्यू डेब्ट. दे कर्जा. ड्यू मीन्स देने वाला और डेट मीन्स कर्जा. देने वाला कर्जा. बट फॉर द लेंडर दिस इज नॉट द डेट, दिस इज अमाउंट. गॉट इट और नॉट? क्लियर? First, we will discuss this question. We will discuss with the formula. So, question says, what annual payment will discharge a due debt of 4200? 4200 due debt. 4200 due debt. I need to discharge. I need to free. But on that 4200, how much I need to pay on a regular monthly basis? Monthly or yearly? Annual payment. How much annual payment I need to give? So just after 5 years, I would be able to pay 4200. Are you getting or not? How much amount basically I need to pay on a regular monthly basis, yearly basis, so that at the end of 5 years, I would be able to discharge my 4200 dues. The same question of type 13 of the same question that was type number, question number 1 of the same type. Question number 1, you need to read very carefully of the same type. Guys, this is on your screen. Just go on your cell phone and try to read question number 1. I'm just talking about the question. We will get the answer 700. The first installment was 700. And this amount is? Okay. The answer of this question is same. 600. And that was the 700. But theme you need to change. The theme was over there he was depositing the fixed amount in the bank on a regular yearly basis, and he will getting some amount with interest as well as principal, and that amount was equal to 4200. In the same manner, the question is saying how much fixed installment I need to pay on a yearly basis for 5 years so that I would be able to discharge my 4200 due debt. Getting or not? So now, I am the borrower, and the calculation have been done. We discuss over here that value. So I am the borrower, and this value is 7500 for me. Got it? So basically, lender give 5000, and for the lender that was principal. Just 5 year, lender will take 7500, and that 7500 is amount for the lender, but for the borrower due debt. At the end of the 5th year, the lender borrower had to pay 7500, but in any circumstances he was unable to pay. Now he says to me, sir, I am able to pay that amount in installment. But this statement he is saying in the not at the last of the last month of the last year of the 5 months. Sorry, last of the 5th year. He is saying this statement on the very first year. I think you are getting confused somewhere. Basically, you need to tell one thing only. Till the here, all the things are good. Okay. Is there any confusion till here? Quite clear? Quite clear? Clear? Suppose this is a borrower and I'm the lender. He comes to me and says, sir, I need 5000. I immediately pay. And he says, sir, I'll repay this 5000 just after 5 years. I'll say it's okay, no problem. He immediately says, just after 5 years, the amount would be 7500 calculation. But on the very first year, at the same time, he says, sir, I am unable to repay that 7500 in the single shot. Could you make that 7500 in the installment format? So I say yes, immediately I can convert this 7500 into installment. And I divide by 5. 1500. What it? And I say, guys, just come to me at the end of the year and pay only 1500. If you pay 1500, you would be able to discharge that 75. So now my question is, I am doing the calculation right or wrong? Is that correct to say this or not? I am making cheating somewhere, or it's good to say? Exactly. So I am making the 100% wrong calculation. I am just cheating with, I am cheating on him. The reason behind it, this amount I need to pay at the end of 5 years. At the end of 5 years. But on the very first year, I will charge only on, I will charge only on 5,000. So 5,000 for first year, rate of interest 10%, the rate would be 500. So I need to pay now 5,000 and 5,500. 5,500. And I pay only 1,500. So the rest would be 5,500. So the rest would be, guys, rest would be 4,000. Now the next payment or next SI would be imposed on that. Now on that 4,000, that 4,000, the principal would be, interest would be 400. Again, I am making mistake. Where I am making mistake? I have taken 5,000. The SI is 500. But whenever in case of SI, when you repay, that amount is deducted directly from principal, not from SI. Means 1,500 would be subtracted from here. But in CI, 1,500 would be subtracted from the all value. But in SI, first, this is the biggest difference between SI and CI you need to mention. In SI, whatever the installment would be paid in SI, this installment directly deduct from principal. And in CI, whatever the installment we pay, this directly deduct from amount. So this 1,500 will deduct from, and you will get, on that value again he charged 10%. So 10% of that value, that would be 350. But I pay 1,500. On this 1,500 again 10%. So that would be 200, but I pay 1,500. So that value would be 500. On that 500, 10% would be 50. So at the end, how much I need to pay? That 15 and that 15, 45. And this value would be 1,100. 1,100. Five. But here I was paying 6,000. 15, not 6,000. 15 for 5 years. 7. Here I was paying 7,500, but in real I need to pay only 5,600. This is the biggest difference in due date and amount. Clear? Now. So, what is the condition now? I have due days of 42. I need to pay this, guys, a too much deep concept. Within formula, you can get the answer immediately. But intentionally, I am just going in deeper. The reason behind it, just make just explain the value of due dates only. So due date, means what? I had to pay that amount just after a certain period of time, not immediately. So, what amount, what annual payment will discharge a due debt of 4,200 rupees after 5 years of 10% interest? So, this due debt is need to pay immediately or just after 5 years? Just after 5 years, that due debt I need to pay. So what I fix amount I need to pay so that at the end of 5 years I would be able to pay that amount. So what I will do now, I'll deposit a fixed amount into a bank. So that fixed amount plus interest on this amount would be able to pay my discharge of rupees 4,200. So suppose I pay 100 in a bank, 100 unit in the bank. Got it? 100 unit in a bank. On the rate of interest, 10%. Again for 5 years, 10,000, sorry, 100 for 5 years in a bank, a fixed amount. I will get the rate, I will get the interest on that value for 4 years, that would be 40, that would be 10. So basically I will get the interest from the bank 100 unit and this is my 500 unit. So that would be 600 unit. So that 600 unit would be able to discharge my 4,200. So guys, I need to pay only. Answer is your answer. Answer is not. Answer would be 700 basically. You need to change it. Got it? There is an error in answer. We have the formula. We can hit this question by the formula. So to discharge due debt of rupees 4,200, how much I need to pay on a regular yearly basis? 700. If you pay 700 in 5 years, the value would be 5-year value would be 3,500, and for 700 you will get as a form of interest. So that interest plus principal would be able to discharge of your 7,200. Now we have the formula. How we can plug in the formula? This same question we can plug in the formula. Guys, that was the 4 question. Exactly the answer of 4 question would be 700. So basically this is question number first and question number 4 is same, of the same type. But question number 1 is from the borrower lender side, and question number 4 we are observing from the lender side, from borrower sides. So question number 4 and question number 7, question number 4 and question number 1, exactly the same question. Answer would be 700, a quite perfect answer. So basically question number first we are seeing on the behalf of the lenders, but here in question number 4 the situation is completely same, but this is on the behalf of borrower. That's the reason here we are saying due date, over there we are saying amount. In question number first, the same value 4,200 has been denoted by the amount. Over here, the same value 4200 has been denoted by the due debt. Now, the same question we can do with the formula. You have a formula. So, if you are not happy with that method, just write it the formula. Annual installment, annual revenue or annual payment. Annual installment, annual revenue is may be called sometime. The same term may be denoted by the name annual revenue, and same term may be called annual payment. So if you have been given what due debt, so directly you can plug in the formula. Formula is due debt into 100 upon 100 into t plus r into t into t minus 1 upon 2. एक कहावत सुनी ना कभी? Borrower side we have been given due debts. So whenever due debt is given, and the question is asking what would be the annual installment, and due debt is given, annual installment you have been asked, you can plug in that formula. So B had been given 42 as a due debt, and T time is for 5 year, plus R is 10, time is again 5, 5 minus 1 4, 2. Here you will get 4200 into 10, 100 upon 500 plus 2. So that value would be 100. From here you will get 4200 into 7, 600. So 0, 7, you will get 700. So installment would be 700. So answer is wrong. You can change it. Not 600, that value would be 700. So that is formula. If due date is given, directly you can plug in that formula. And if you want to solve in detail, you also have the detail. But due date a little bit challenging questions, because the same thing has been denoted from two sides. Borrower side, it is called due debt. From the lender side, it is called amount. So basically amount and due debt is same. That would be amount. Exactly. From the lender side, you need to change due debt with amount. Got it? In question number 2, you need to plug in that formula by yourself. The same question you have been asked. Guys, have a look. Due date is 3600. You have been asked what would be the installment. What would be the fixed installment to discharge 600? Plug in the formula and get the answer. Check the answer. Answer you have been given. 600. So basically, if you want, you can detail. If you want, you can in shortcut. Now, the last type. Basically, this is not a type. Take a pause. Basically, when installment is asked after finding due date, first you need to find due date. Then due date of this due date, you need to find installment. So basically, we have done right now what if we have been given due date, we can directly find out what installment. But in this question, the question is saying first find out due date, then make due date into installment. A simple question. Question is, a person borrows 2000 at 5% annual simple interest payable in 3 equal annual installment. What will be the installment? So basically, first you need to find the due date. So a person borrowed rupees 2000 at 5% annual simple interest payable in 3 equal annual installment. 3 equal annual installment payable. So first you need to find what would be the payable amount. Payable amount is called due debt. So payable amount would be 2000 simple interest on 2000 for 3 years. For 3 years. 5% for 3 years. That would be 15 into 2. 300. So that means 2300 is due debt. So due debt is 2300. So I need to repay this 2300 in 3 equal amount, in 3 equal installment. Formula, plug in the formula, get the answer. Guys, plug in the formula, get the answer. You can use the calculator. You will get the calculator in CAT exam. 13 point. 10 by 60. So first you need to find due date. Due date means what? The amount, the principal and simple interest. And that will be due date, and due date we know the formula. Got it? So that's what your last step. So basically, congrats, we have completed the SI. There is no rest part of SI. Again, we will discuss CI, some part of CI, means installment of CI is rest, but SI is completely finished. All the segment of SI have been done. Okay? All the best. Be happy and keep smiling and just keep practicing.